pressed on recording instead of stream. So... Okay. Yay, you see stuff. I'd say kind of a mistake for me. I basically, like, I mean, let's just do it again. Not the second one. That was the same board I was on just now. I basically was doing a recap and didn't notice that I was just pressing on record instead of stream. Oops. Basically, just to get the rules starting again. I use 2 minutes to prepare the hotbar for actually building stuff, and then 5 minutes to actually build the stuff. So last stream we built a tomb, a marketplace, a tavern with 2 floors, where the first floor was built in 5 minutes and the second floor was built in 5 minutes, so 10 like complete. Then we built this small blacksmith's house, which is basically just the like a common house. It doesn't really have blacksmith theming apart from the forgery stuff outside. We made a small campsite, small wizard tower, which is the thing I want to replicate. Like, I did a really bad job at building it because I forgot that I could just copy paste the entire floor and just rotate it. So I took way too much time building it. So I'd really like to do this again, which was actually what I was working on while I was just recording and not streaming. Oops. We built a bathhouse, we built a prison, and we built like a fancy housing, which I think took 7 minutes, not 5, and a not so small chapel actually. Like it's actually rather big. Whatever. This was basically what we did last time. And now I got a few new ideas, which I will elaborate on right now. Basically, I want to do another tower, which I already prepared the hotbar for, which you unfortunately didn't see because I was just recording, not streaming. Oops. Then I would like to build like some random houses, very, very basic and small houses. Probably like 2 houses in 5 minutes each, and maybe like 4 total. And then build a small village in another 5 minutes, with just copy pasting the houses and building some streets in between. So we get some copy paste action as well. I kind of want to do a cultist lair. Someone in the TaleSpire Streams channel suggested it. I'm not quite sure how I will do it. It's probably going to be like a 7-minute build, not a 5-minute build, because I'm a bit undecided how to actually do it. Then maybe some black markets, also coming from the TaleSpire Streams channel. And a forest hut, like just some kind of woodcutters or herb gatherer house or something like that. Yeah, so this is basically what I like have written down for now. Later on, like maybe if I get new ideas or if you have some suggestions what I could build, we can do this as well. I'll probably try to go for 2-ish hours or something like that. So we should have plenty of time, considering that we only use like 7 to 10 minutes with some talking in between for each build. Anyways, I prepared the hotbar already for the second try in the wizard tower. And I guess we get going right now. Let me quickly get the timer going. We don't want the 2-minute timer, we want the 5-minute one. And I think we are ready to start. Very nice. Okay, so we want like same sort of space from last time. We want some nice windows as well as some alcoves, so we don't have to mess around with lighting this much. We do want to get this was probably what this is wrong. So we do want a floor here, and we have to use the small floor in here and get us another wall because we want a door in here. Let's get a fancy door. After all, this is like a wizard's house towery thing. We do want to remove this and use an alcove. Where is it? Wall with alcove. Actually, we can close this one up. Yes, but I want this one with the floor attached to it. Not window, I want the alcove. Perfect, this is what I want. So, let's just build this here. And this should be it for the first floor. I'll just copy this entire thing. Copy, copy, copy. Okay. Go to the next layer. Place this here. Now we do have to do some changing. Now we need the alcoves without... No, not the alcoves. We need the fire, which is here, and then we need the window without the... That's not the window. Where's the window without the long wall? Floor. There it is. And we want to close this up a bit. Perfect. So we have this finished, so we just copy this entire thing and paste it one above. Oh, on the right place, of course. And paste it one above, and this was actually wrong, I think. No, it wasn't. Never mind. Control Y and paste it one above. So I would say this is going to be the last floor. We don't want to build too high. Actually, I do see a kind of a problem in here. Does this work? No. What? Oh. Never mind. I need this one, I think. No? Then it's this one. Okay, there seems to be some sort of weirdness going on here. I have 2 minutes left. Okay, actually... See, this is why it's in alpha still. There are some kind of bugs still, and I think the Castle Morgoth isn't the newest tile set, so there's some problems with these. Gotta quickly mute my phone. I mean, we can do spooky and fancy Videosphere, so there's no problem for us. Now we do gotta start with building the actual indoors now. He does, like, he's preparing some cheese for his evil rituals. We gotta put some pillars down as well. I feel like I didn't put them all on the same space, whatever. Get some pillars here and get a pillar here. Okay, it seems that the problem started here already. Yeah, again, there's a reason why it's alpha still. Oh, probably with the selection tool there was an error. Interesting. Very, very interesting. We want some ominous statues on the actual... Oh, I did do a mistake. Fuck. Copy this away and move this one over and copy this and move this one over and copy this and move this, I think, 2 over, or did I do a mistake again? Yes, I did. Just 1 over. Okay, so now this is fine. I think it's has something to do with the selection tool picking up something in the lower floor as well. Anyways, don't really have time to say too much about this. We do want some crazy bird skull bookshelf thing going. And we do want him to have a nice throne. And, I don't know, some enchanted armor racks or something like that. And we're basically out of time anyways. Nice! So, let's stop and reset the timer. So, I actually didn't do particularly much better than the last time, because I got too caught up in the selection thingy. Oops. But it's at least somewhat more interesting than the first try I had. So, why does my phone refuse to be muted when I'm muted? Okay, so now it's muted. It might also be me. I actually don't have the best Like my computer is kind of struggling with actually streaming. I'm actually dropping some frames for 44 frames it says, but other than that it should actually be fine. I mean, I could stop the recording. Not too sure. Like, OBS does tell me that my stream health is okay and everything. It's just that I'm dropping a few frames, but shouldn't be too bad. Let's actually... I just stopped the recording. Maybe it just gets better this way. Let me quickly check my own stream myself, which would probably work better if I actually move something around, because only then I will see if there's like actually frame drops. But it shouldn't be like 0.3. Okay, this is weird. So I think like my own stream health on the Twitch Live dashboard doesn't look too good, which is very weird because OBS is just saying, okay, no, this is fine. This is super fine. Like my CPU 2%, 60 FPS, bitrate is perfect. Like it tells me I have like 2.9% dropped frames at all. This is... I mean, I could just... Okay, no. Seems like my dashboard is actually doing... Okay, no. Does it still work for you? Okay. So I suppose it was the actual stream recording, which is weird why it would stop the stream from being good, but as long as it works, like, who am I to complain? So, do I understand now? Everything is working fine for you? So just, if I want to use it, I just download the VOD afterwards. Unfortunate that I can't record, but whatever. Can't do much about it. Okay, so I'll just quickly clear my hotbar then. Dun. And I'll quickly go over to the next thing I want to build. So we either go for like random houses to build a village, for a cultist lair, black market, or a forest hut. You got any preferences on the stuff, or should I just start with whatever? I think I think I'm going for the random houses actually. It's going to probably take the longest time if I'm going to do several of them than to try build a village out of it. Not quite sure. Things are going fine-ish this morning. There's like a few problems with me forgetting to actually press stream instead of just starting recording in the beginning, and some frame drops, but I think everything should be fine now. Yeah, we already did the first build site, just another try on the wizard tower, and I think I'm now going towards building like some random pleb houses in some small village or something. So, got a 2-minute timer up. I'll just quickly start the timer now. And we gotta start with building. Got some few wall variations as well as the corners. We do need a window and the floor as well as the 1x1 floor. We need a fireplace and the door just once, so I don't really care about putting it in the hotbar because we really need it just once. We need a bed. Now let's get some props in here. Probably some barrels. Bookshelves are always nice. Gotta have some cheese. Some of the smaller crates. I don't really think the big crate looks very nice inside of like a villager house or something like that. It's just like too massive. We need some sacks. Side table is always nice, and table. We probably need quite a lot more from the props, but I'll just see how it works out from the time perspective, what I can still grab from there. We are actually super quick already, like there's just 1 minute past. I guess I will stop this timer now. I don't really need any more time, and quickly go over to the 5-minute timer. So, thing is now, I will try to build not 1, but 2 houses in the 5 minutes. So, we'll see how that works out, but I think it should be rather nice because I'm not really going for super detailed houses. So, let's just start the 5 minutes and see how it goes. Since we're talking about pleb houses here, we don't really want them to be too big because, come on, they're plebs, like just some random villagers. They don't really have too nice like houses. It's just the way it is. Gotta get the tavern door going, and let's get another corner here. Get our floor. We want to copy this entire thing over here for a second house and make this one a bit larger. It's like going to be for a bigger family or something. And they actually get a separate like room for their like sleeping room or something like that. I gotta get a nice small wall in here and not a fancy door. We need the peasant door. Perfect. This is what I want. So we need a bedside table. We probably need a fireplace actually. I forgot to place this one. 3 minutes left. And phew. So they do need some sort of table. I probably also want additionally to that a workbench because like villagers will probably need to build their own tools or some like I don't know, maybe some tongs or something, or for cooking some tools. I don't know. They probably do a lot of stuff on their own. They gotta get a table in here, as well as the bookshelves. I really like actually using the bar counter as some sort of more massive shelving, and then like putting sacks on top of it. It just looks pretty nice. Gotta have some off-center cheese, and what else could we put here? I think, I don't know, some chests here. They should be rather fine. We have 2 minutes left for the second house as well. So we have like the parents' bedroom in here. This is going to be like this. They also get some fancy bookshelves, and then the children have to sleep like outside or something like that. Yeah, this looks fine. So let's get some shelving done here. Again, the same trick as before. I just really enjoy the look of this. They probably also need a table, but maybe they, like, I don't know, they're just eating something already. Actually, I probably should get them some cauldrons, because they kinda gotta cook as well. Get some crates in here. And I don't know, maybe some firewood. It's probably more outside of the house, but whatever. This firewood is stored inside. And maybe get a table in here as well. We have a minute left still. Holy, whoa. Didn't actually expect having this much time. Let's put some barrels in here and maybe get, I don't know, some wood piles on top of this table. and yeah. Oh, right. I forgot one very important thing actually. I want some lights in here. So, gotta get some candelabras going. So people actually see something in the house. We probably want to remove one of these. And I know some here and one here. I think this is pretty nice. And we are at 20 seconds on the timer, and I think I'm just about done anyways. So, we built 2 quick houses within 5 minutes. I see this is quite nice, so let's just quickly look at the chat here. Oh yeah, it is not only satisfying to watch, it's super satisfying to build as well, Videosphere. Like you just plop down your stuff. You're not really hindered by using a tool. It just helps you so much without actually stopping you from doing anything. I mean, right now we're kind of limited with the tile selection, but it's just the nature of being an alpha. Like, we can't really do much about this. There will come more tiles and we will be able to like mod some more in and everything. So I'm willing to compromise on that. Also, there are some ways we can, like, air quotes, break the game to make some more compound tiles. I don't really want to show this off here because I kind of planned this building stream to just be more of a, we do this the legit way, and like how the game is supposed to be used, and make it quick. I don't really want to like show off really how to break the game, because once other people will get their hands on it, you most likely won't be able to use those glitches anyways, because it's early alpha, they will be fixed at some point, and B, they won't be needed anymore once we get modding and wider tile selection. So I'm just going to keep away from this. If you want to see much of this, I highly recommend the expansive, extremely expansive and city building extravaganza thingy. I don't know the exact name. I mean, I came up with the name, but I forgot it because it was just too ridiculous. The streaming series with the giant city building that Urwaldswerk is doing. I think it should be in TaleSpire streaming channel somewhere, or directly on his channel. You should be able to find it. There we use a lot of those glitch blocks and everything, but this entire endeavor is more in lines of trying to break the game, while this stream here is more of a let's show what the game can do when being nice to it. Anyways, without further ado, I'd say I have my hotbar already rather finished, so I'll just quickly do 2 more small houses, and then I'll try to copy paste some village action. So let's quickly start the timer, and we'll just do some distinct like surfaces. We don't want every house to basically look the same, even if they look differently from the inside. It's still kind of bad if they look like the same from the outside. Just from a how interesting is it to look around the town point of view. So let's just get a weird L-shaped thingy in here. And I am actually missing the corner filler for the tavern. I just noticed. Where is it? That tavern, and I need the... Where's the corner filler? Corner filler? Where are you? There isn't a corner filler? That's not good. Okay, we will have to get creative with this then. I guess this is going to be, yeah, okay. Let's have a separate room in here. That's not too bad. So they just have this way too small bedroom. Let's make it a bit bigger. Oh no, the wooden pillar is something for inside. I mean, I could use it for, like, something in here, but it's not the corner filler I'm searching for, unfortunately. so now I gotta get some more interesting stuff in the corners here. Gotta get the door done as well. Then some crates. Oh, I think I forgot benches in the others actually. It's kind of unfortunate. Like, they don't really have any place to sit on. Whatever, they're plebs, like, do they even need to sit? We need some cheese action here. We are at 2.5 minutes already, I really dislike that. This is way too close. What else would we need? I'm going to grab... I don't really need a table. I gotta get a workbench done here. And I guess they're just some super rich peasants. And get some more bookshelves. And I guess, like, I don't know, some wine barrels or something like that. So we're pretty much done with this, and I'm just quickly going to grab this one and just minor changes in here. Oh, actually, you know what I forgot? And I think I forgot this the entire time last stream as well. I could give all of those a few chests as well. The wrong direction. Those dudes need some chests. Oh, a door for the bedroom. Minor inconveniences, I'd say. Where is the block I used? Here, perfect. And let's get our thingy here. And I think, apart from lighting, I'm pretty much fine. So let's do that then. I guess we could give them a few more props in here. And let's just, I don't know, take a lantern and put it on top of here. And one here or something like this. Okay, so we got a kind of nice selection of houses, even though actually those two are... Oh! You know what I forgot? I just reset the timer because I thought I was finished, but it was like 40 seconds still remaining. I mean, I know they're peasants, but they probably still do want some windows. You know? Okay, so this was like 20 extra seconds. I did have this in time, I just forgot about this. Oops. And maybe move the door to the other side. No, come on. Because the other house has the door in exactly the same position. And I really don't want those to be, you know, too similar. Oh, hey, a glad pass. Okay, so basically we have our small selection of houses, and what I'll try to do now is basically just copy-paste those houses, maybe do some small alterations or something. Fuck, you are right. Now there's a bed, right next to the workbench. Perfect, right? Got too much ahead of myself. Should probably have a checklist, like... First point on the checklist, are you actually streaming and not recording? Second point, does every house have a bed? And so on. Or maybe just like some drunken sleeping on the table. I mean, some people, like, maybe they could associate workbench and work and sleep, you know? Just put those two together and suddenly they are working so much, like the entire day they're just working. Sleeping. I know that for myself. And maybe just remove this because it's just too obviously copied. Move this down here. We need... No, we don't need beds. Who needs sleep anyways, right? Okay, so I'll just quickly clear the hotbar here. I'll probably don't need the 2 minutes for the hotbar preparation this time round, because there's really not that many items. we need for building the village once we actually have some houses. And if we do need some items from there, I just like copy them over from one of the existing buildings, which is basically a more convenient hotbar to me, because unfortunately right now the hotbar really does have rather limited space. I think the devs talked about it and they wanted to have some like individually changeable hotbars, so basically you could have like 9 presets and you can switch through the different hotbars with different setups, which would be super nice. So I could just set up one I don't know, hotbar for building some peasant houses or taverns, and one hotbar for building dungeons, one hotbar for building some castle or something like that, and one hotbar for the most common props I use, and just switch between them instead of actually re-preparing every time I build something in another theme, which is just 2 more minutes every time. Which, to be honest, it's not much time, but it's like every minute we can shave off the building process is just a minute that can be used more to actually play a game in TaleSpire. And especially if we go about like, oh no, my players went off rail and just completely disregarded everything I prepared, and now I gotta quickly come up with something. In that case, every second counts, and if there's like something you can do faster with a tool or something, I think it's really worth checking out. And just having several hotbars you can preload with items is just such low-hanging fruit. Oh yeah, obvious. Like the devs, they're super nice people. Really interested and invested in the community and what they want to be the product to be as well. Like I don't know if you noticed, but the devs basically like started development of this entire thing for this scale. Like 2 or 3 houses and maybe a dungeon you can walk in. There wasn't even a floor system. Like the floor system we have right now, it's all fine and dandy, but it's literally hacked together in I think 2 or 3 evenings back, I said, because they didn't think it was going to be a thing that people will build houses in several floors and everything. And then the people from the alpha came around and just started building entire villages with several floors and sewer systems and everything, and performance absolutely tanked. And they just noticed, okay, we had this idea of having a game in this like size, and it doesn't work out. People want to do other things with it, and we try to get our like original vision, because obviously not all the time the players are in the right, so they still try to get with the original vision, with it feeling really like you have actual miniatures, actual tiles that you would use on the table. That's why they stay with blocky, that's why they stay with not animating the miniatures, like apart from if you put a wolf in here, apart from oh actually they don't have any animations, probably only the heroes do. Oh no, we just have the nice... okay, that's one of the bugs as well. Like, sometimes it just doesn't show all of the menus, unfortunately. There is some emote system where basically the tile just wiggles around. Like, this is the only animations, apart from particle effects for spells or something like this, that they want to add, because it... like animating limbs moving would just not fit their vision of it feeling like miniatures on an actual table. So like they still keep this in mind, but they also see that the users want this to be something other than what they had in mind, and they try their damn best to make it work with the vision and with what the users want. And this is just super nice. Like, they're super open about it. They don't promise us things that they won't... I mean, I can't say this because they haven't delivered everything, but I really have a good feeling about, because they're just saying, okay, yeah, we will look into this. They are super open that looking into things is not equal to, like, we will add this, and they just discuss ideas with people on the Discord, even people that aren't even playing the game. Like, they still seriously discuss their ideas and suggestions, just completely seriously, and this is... I love them for this. Anyways, building, less talking, right? We want to set up the 2-minute timer now and get some cobblestone action going. Start the timer. We gotta get some cobblestones, which are going to be our streets. We will need some lighting, probably street lanterns, and that's pretty much it. We will probably need some kind of like grass, so we will need lush grass, sparse grass. I don't really think I will need roads, but I go for some of these. I guess we could use some walls as well. Maybe some kind of park. Let's check props if there's something like jumping me that I have to use. Maybe some dirt piles and log piles possibly. Other than that, I think this is pretty much fine. I guess a statue could be used somewhere. Yeah, as I expected, I probably don't really need this much time for doing the hotbar. Let's switch over to the 5-minute timer, and just to be completely honest with you, I have no idea if I will do this in 5 minutes, because I've never done like a city with copy-pasting presets and everything. So let's see how this works out. But I think I'll get something at least done within 5 minutes. So let's just try this right now. Gotta copy this over. We have this here. I want some wall here. Oh, damn it. Gotta get a road down here. Let's just do it like this. And then I don't know. Oh, I probably need like the normal fences as well. They probably fit better with the actual like village feel, because most villages don't have like, fuck, I forgot about this. Remove this and just plaster down sparse grass. Oh, damn it. Plaster down some, this is the sparse grass, some grass, because unfortunately the cobblestones, I think those are like one of the oldest tiles they have in there, and they just don't match their new system of like how high should a tile be, and so it doesn't really fit, so I do have to put something under it. Let's just, I don't know, put some fences down here. Maybe they have a, damn it, just a small garden in here. And have this here. Then we gotta get another house. Put this over here. Fill the rest in with grass again. We have a few more minutes. Everything should be fine here. Gotta use those. Oh, and also gotta appreciate the wonderful Ctrl-C and Ctrl-Y action we got going here. Like, in every piece of software, this is pretty much the most important thing. Oh, I didn't want to Control exit, just C. Most important tool to have, in my opinion at least. Like, there's nothing better than having solid undo redo system. Let's try to go for some boulders here, and maybe some bushes, you know, some hedges growing around the houses. Let's try to use this one again. And I got too much here. It's unfortunate. Just move it down here. We could have like a side, like a small road going down here as well. The thing is, I don't really have an idea for the actual layout of the town, so I'm just whatever going as I please. It's not really about efficiency. Like, of course, since it's quick builds, I do care about the efficiency of actually building things, but I don't have a like clearly laid out plan, so just doing things without like stopping and thinking is the worst thing I can do. So I take being a bit less efficient if it means that I don't run the risk of like wasting 2 minutes just thinking and not actually building. If you know what I mean. We have some seconds left, so I'll just put some street lanterns around. And just extend the road. And this is pretty much it. So let's stop this here. I think, like, it's not an entire village, of course, but it's pretty decent. Like, just, you know, some kind of settlement near roads. Just imagine maybe like a tavern. Actually, let's get a tavern in here because we have aboard the number 1 quick build stream. We build a tavern. We can just get this over, right? Where are we? This was the wrong direction. Here we are. Okay, so here's the tavern, and let's just go to build mode, pick this thing up. Let's go back to the quick builds too. And this is also like, imagine this tavern was built by just someone else, and you said, okay, I want a tavern in there, but I don't really feel like actually making a tavern, you know? Just get one from someone else and just plop it down. In this case, this wasn't someone else, it was just me, but the day before. Or week before, actually. But it just works the same. Let's quickly... Oh, fuck, I got to the wrong board. I wanted to do the number 1 quick build. And quickly grab the second floor of the... It seems I got some sort of minor... Yeah, there was some minor UI glitch here, where it continued to show us the go-to boards. UI pop-up. Again, it's an early alpha, like, it's expected to not be perfect. Yeah, but just imagine you just going to, for example, the TaleSpire website, TaleSpire from Oceanlord, and just grabbing a prefab from there, which someone else just made, and perfect. Just fits. So now this small settlement also has a tavern with some sleeping quarters. So basically, if anyone just passes through, we pretty much have something for them. I mean, obviously, with some more time, I would just go through the side alleys and make them a bit nicer with the bushes and the stones just thrown around, and maybe put more variety in each of the houses, because right now each house is like, there are duplicates, like 1-to-1 duplicates without any changes. Like if you were actually to build something like this and you're not on a tight time budget, definitely just go for it and change out some of those things so it doesn't look too repetitive. But even now, like, it's not on the first glance blatantly obvious that I just literally copy pasted items. Like, there are literally houses that are the same. Like, this one is completely copied, as well as I think it was this one I took. Yeah, these two are also completely identical. you just don't notice at first glance, and even like checking afterwards, you still gotta check. And even though I did this myself, I had to check if it was this house that I copied or if it was the other one. I mean, of course, if you just go ahead and take this one and just, come on, thanks, and just paste it like this, of course, people are going to notice. You can't just be this blatant with it. But if you just rotate them a bit or put them in other positions and switch up with 2 or 3 other designs, it just looks really nice. Anyways, we want to go for the next thing. So, idea was a forest hut, black market, or a cultist lair. I think I'm going for the forest hut because I kinda never really built many nature buildings, except for a campsite, that is. So I would like to do that. Okay, so let's get our building stuff going again, and maybe set this as default board because it's the newer one, and just did something. Oh, that might have been my phone. Like, it has a bit, like the cable has a bit of a actually, do I? Yeah, okay, I do record desktop audio. Yeah. It might have been because the cable of my phone does have a slight like loose contact, and when I move it, it sometimes connects and disconnects. Like it's the Windows disconnect sound, right? Because other than that, I don't think there's any like notifications should be going off, because in streamer mode, I think Discord mutes itself. I'm not entirely sure actually, but I think it doesn't do any sounds once it's in streamer mode. Can't say for sure though. I'm not a super like hardcore Discord user. Like the TaleSpire Discord is pretty much the first Discord I was very invested in, to be honest. Okay, yeah. Perfect. So, in that case, let's just close all of those, and I'll just quickly try to go for, like, you know, a foresty area with some hut in it. Actually, it might get interesting if I manage to do the hut, because I don't think I have enough space in the hotbar to prepare both hut and the forest itself. So we'll see how I'll manage, but I think it should be fine. I'll just quickly start a 2-minute timer, and this is going to be now. We need lush grass, we need sparse grass. Since it's a forest hut, we definitely need the grass roads. We need rocks galore. We need tree roots, all kinds of tree roots. We don't really need the stone walls. I guess I need some trees, probably also some dead trees, like here and there. I think I didn't get any bushes. I definitely want bushes. Let's check the props. Dirt pile is a definite go for a forest. Let's try to go for woodcutter's house in there, so we definitely need some wood piles. I guess we could use some sacks. Table maybe. Actually no, let's not use a table, use a workbench. Probably fits better. Some wood piles, and the rest I just use for a very, very, very basic set of tavern stuff. I have the wall, I need the window, I need this wall. Okay, perfect. So, then I think I'm finished with this hotbar. So let's just quickly switch over to the 5-minute timer. And let's get started. we will need a rather substantial plane. Then we want our like pathway in here. Oh yeah, definitely also want to build a graveyard. I think Beggars said he wanted to do a graveyard, or like want to see a small chapel with a graveyard. Definitely on my to-do list. I think I forgot to mention it for now. But yeah, that's definitely a thing that I want to try out. I'm not sure how well I will be able to do this, because I haven't really done this before. So one minor problem I do have with the roads right now is you A, can't really do wider roads, and B, there isn't really a possibility to do crossroads. So yeah, that's just a tile limitation thing. Nothing really we can do about this. I'm just going to go for the tavern door because it's a bit easier and faster to place. We want the 2x2 floor, please. Then we want like a workbench here. And now let's place the actual forest, because what's a woodcutter without his forest, right? Just be sure to like rotate them sometimes, because there's only one variant of a like lush tree, so you gotta make sure that it doesn't look too repetitive, even though you actually only use the same thing all the time. So you gotta rotate it a bit. Then we probably want some bushes as well, just in random directions and random places here. Gotta get some rocks going. This is a forest after all. And maybe like some kind of nice big boulder. As well as a dirt pile or two. And then let's get 1 or 2 spooky dead trees in here, and let's work on this house a bit more. Hello there. And again, the thing with the sacks. I just love this too much. Also, there's like the wood, like the log pillars are just too repetitive in my opinion. Like, it doesn't really stack too well. They have too much space in between. So if you want to have more, it just doesn't really look that good, unfortunately. Nothing much we can do about this. I'll quickly give you a recap after I am finished with this one, Mario. Let me just quickly get this done here. I need a side table, side table, side table, side table, maybe a bench as well. No, side table here. Perfect. And this should be pretty much it. Maybe, wait, do I have time? I still have plenty of time. Maybe I put some like brazier here. Actually, no, let's not do a brazier, let's do a campfire outside. And maybe a lantern on top of there. Yeah, this looks rather nice. So let's stop this timer. And we have finished our like woodcutter's hut inside the forest. It's quite nice, I'd say. It's a rather dense forest, I think denser than most I've done before. One thing I just remembered that I wanted to do, like removing some of those normal grass tiles with the sparse. This is also the lush ones. Fail. Is this sparse? No, it was the sparse. Damn it. They are not too different, but you can see the difference. It's just a little lighter in color. I tend to put the lighter ones like more towards the path, but I mean, you can see the difference is really just very minor. Oh yeah, like that's a super good idea. Though actually, I'd have less worries about the lantern and more worries about this fireplace, because I mean it's a small candle. Wood actually doesn't burn as this well. Like you gotta properly uh like dry it out before it actually burns, and even then you need quite a substantial flame to ignite such a big log. Otherwise, you'll just char it. And like a small candle flame will probably not be able to ignite this wood pile, unless there's either some small twigs there or like a sawdust or something. But other than that, wood is actually not that easily burnable. The problem with all those wood fires in the wild is that on long dry periods, everything is just super dried out, and then it burns easily. Like if you ever did fire yourself and wanted it to burn, you will realize how hard it is to actually get it to burn. It actually is not. Is it an oil lamp? I don't think so. I think it. Yeah, okay, yeah. It probably is. It might also be like a candle just put inside of a container. Like I don't think it necessarily has to be oil. But I'm not too sure. Anyways, this is what we just built, and let's just move over to what we did before. I built in 2 times 5 minutes. First 5 minutes these 2 houses, then in the next 5 minutes these 2 houses, and then in 5 minutes I combined all of those houses with just some copy pasting. Just putting them around a street to get like some sort of small village or settlement along some sort of road. I ported over from the last quick build stream this in, just to show like you could just use any kind of things like later on from other people or things you built in the past already. Yeah, I got some sort of alleyway down here, just a bunch of houses. Most of them are like they all just exactly one-to-one duplicates and copies from these, and I copied like this over here and this over here. The others should be unique, yeah. And just got a nice little settlement here. And the first thing I did was give like the wizard tower another shot. It got a bit better than last time. Not completely happy because I was kind of struggling with a small bug with the placement, or actually the selection, as you can see, because when I selected the upper layer, the lower layer gets raised as well, and when I want to paste it down in the next level, it just gets pasted on top of the raised lower level. It's a bit wonky. Unfortunately, I didn't realize this while building, and I wasted like half a minute or a minute. Okay, not this much, probably just half a minute on it. I could have spent this minute just decorating. This is just TaleSpire still being an alpha. Nothing much to do about this. Yeah, so this is pretty much it. What we've done so far. I think the next thing I'm going to tackle is probably the small chapel with the graveyard in front of it. Though I will say I will probably need 7 minutes for this, because it's something I haven't done much of. I need quite a wide variety of tiles, so my hotbar will probably be overfilled. So I'll be searching much in the sidebar, which will take a bit longer. And it's a bit bigger. Like, I tried a chapel last quick build. Let's quickly go there. Where was it? Here. No. Here. I'd probably go like much smaller than this, like only probably in... Damn it, go to the floor down here. Probably just in this side or something like this. Like with 2 rows, less rows and just generally smaller. But still it will take a while. Like making it bigger isn't the big problem. You can just drag and like click and drag and have a giant place already. I think I used 5 minutes for this. If I have to get a convincing and nice looking graveyard in front of it still, or probably more in the back actually, or around, I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not sure where should I put it, like in a U around it, wrapping around the back, or in front of it. I feel like in front is this typical like RPG and fantasy setting graveyards for a chapel, but I actually don't think many have it in front. I'm not sure. Like, I'm an atheist and I have visited churches 2 or 3 times in my life. This is literally not my expertise here. So if you know that the graveyard is always on the eastern side of the chapel, then please do tell me, because I sure as hell do not know this. But yeah, I'll probably need 7 minutes for the not quick blitz 1. Oh, for fuck's sake! They really should have a safety against switching to the same board you're already on. Okay, so it's pretty much whatever you like just goes. I'm fine with that. Just have the dead everywhere. Yay! I know, right? Like, I constantly, with the indicator, constantly think that the default board, like just the subconscious mind that got trained by other games with such indicators, it just says, okay, I'm on this board, I have to go to the other one. So yeah, it's just the instinctual reaction if I want to switch board to go to the one without the dot. So yeah, they just gotta get some, like, I don't know, highlight the one you're on, but again, the entire UI, it will be reworked. And it's pretty nice already, just not perfect. But, I mean, just not perfect is the entire idea behind an alpha. Yeah, it does say the current one, but just by looking here, you don't see it. So, just like the first glance, you gotta move your eyes just completely to the other corner of the screen, which of course it works, and I'm not complaining because again it's an alpha, but for a finished thing it should be more obvious directly in the list, in my opinion, which board you're currently on. Maybe with actually removing this button, because why would you want to switch to this board if you're already on this board? Or just removing this button and removing it with, I don't know, a sand clock or something, to indicate this is the board you're on, or gray it out or something. Not super high priority, but it would be nice. Let's just say it like this. And actually, I can reuse most of the hotbar. I mean, I could start a timer. I mean, I might as well start a 2-minute timer for the hotbar. I probably won't need nearly as long, because I mostly have all things I already want. Actually, yeah, whatever. Let's just go for it. Props. And this is the part where I most likely... Okay, no, wait, I won't put the gravestones in here because there are just too many variations and they would just fill up my hotbar uselessly. I'll just get Morgoth in here to get my chapel theme going. We need windows, we need alcoves with this is what I want, perfect. We need floors, of course. We need those stairs. Carpet I'll just get later on. Probably pillars, I guess. And I think I want a... where is it? The sarcophagus. Perfect, because it kind of looks like an altar, like a table or something. And some statues. Yes, we need statues. Perfect. I think we should be pretty much done. I might want to actually reduce the timer to 1 minute 30 or something like this for the hotbar preparation, because right now it's not really a challenge to go like below the 2 minutes. Just to make it more interesting. I'm probably not going to be going this much longer. I'll plan on doing this one. Maybe the underground market or the cultist lair. Actually, oh, I got a good idea with the black market. We could, I have to copy this entire thing into the second floor. I'd like to have like one of those houses have a secret door. And just like go to the underground of the town. Indigo Silverbell. Yes, I could just put them to the sides, but the thing is that the gravestones are so neatly organized in this thing that like it's pretty much the same. If I grab them from the board or if I grab them from the bar here. Oh, right, sorry, I forgot to finish what I was talking about. I just want to do 3 or 4 more things, then maybe ask for 1 more or so, and then just stop like maybe half an hour, 40 minutes or something like this. So this is about how long I'll be going for still. I mean, just depends on how many ideas we get and how fast I am. But this is probably what I was going for. Sorry. I actually realized that we probably want the fence as well. Okay, this is... I'm pretty sure that in 5 minutes I won't be able to get a amazing thing here. I probably also need... Okay, there are some things I need to put aside because I don't want to have to scroll around this much. I definitely need this. I need these on the side. This is something I don't want to have to open. The gravestones are fine. And what else would I need? I think this should be okay. Okay then, let's start with building. This is the sparse grass, I want the lush grass. So we have our graveyard here. We definitely want like some sort of straight path down here. Unfortunately, we can't really do things like subtle curves in terrain. So you can't really go for the hill is sloping slightly upwards, and that's something we won't really be able to do later on as well, just because of, well, it's tiles, which is unfortunate, because I kind of envisioned chapels and things like this, like standing on a small hill all the time, but nothing we can do about this. It's just the way the game is made. I mean, to be fair, I don't really know how to do it else anyways. So we want Here's some rows. Maybe not perfectly in line with each other, so that it's kind of... no, let's do it perfectly in line. Otherwise my OCD will just trigger. And I didn't do the lush grass, for fuck's sake. Okay. Then, slight change of plans. I'm not doing this the way I thought I would. This is unfortunately wrong. This was right. No, that was too much. This is just going to be a very orderly graveyard. Gotta get my tilled earth. This is something that I wouldn't really do while actually making it like with the intent of making it more on a longer scale. I would definitely get some more disorder in here. Just because I generally don't really think that graveyard should be this like perfectly grid aligned. Damn it. No, this was fine. Okay, never mind. I want the lush grass in between the graves. Like, there is a difference between them. It's just not very big. And this cost me way too much time. No. I shouldn't have bothered with this. But now it's lush grass where I want it to be. Perfect. Now let's go to the gravestones. We want gravestones, oh god, they're small. Why are they so small? Holy fuck! Okay. Well, shit. This is going to be a very, very bad one. I thought they were larger. Shit! Oopsie. Okay, this idea doesn't really work out as well as I thought it would. I thought they were at least like one tile wide. Fucking hell. I know, right? There's not really much I can do about it now. And this is too large. I really don't think I'll be able to get this chapel somewhat decently. But we will see. I forgot to get the... Oh, fucking hell. This is bad. This is real bad. I didn't get actual... Fucking hell, I didn't get decent walls. Okay, no, this is pretty much what I expected it to be honest. I really didn't think I'd be able to get this done in 5 minutes. Yeah, okay, this is... I mean, it doesn't look bad, just kind of ridiculous. I kind of wish I'd just do it again. I think I just did the same mistake as I always do and just build too large with the tiles. Actually, you know what? I want to try this again. I just keep this here as a bad reminder, but I want to try this one again. I know I can do better than this. So, let's just keep all of this a tiny touch smaller this time round. So, now we can get our... wall going. So, this time round, like I wanted to have the dirt kind of represent, you know, the where the graves are, because usually in a graveyard you have like you see where a grave is. But evidently this doesn't work. There's like this one super rich dude who got buried here. Okay, this is better. So, I also didn't waste as much time as last time. So I have a much better feeling about the actual chapel as well. This is going to be a small one. This time for real. Actually, we should clear out the grave of the noble one. We don't want him to be too close to the others, you know? Gotta have some space. Otherwise the other just stink on his grave. Okay, this is more what I wanted it to be. Much more modest. I mean, not too modest, because you know we gotta get some carpet in there. Damn it. This is it. Now, we do want this here. We want alcoves. No, this is too close for comfort. So I need a sarcophagus. I need these statues. I probably also want statues like outside here. We want this here. Actually, no. We want a double door. This is much better. And now we need some benches. Forgot the benches. Oh, bench shabby. Do they fit well? They don't. I want the bench small. Where is it? A small bench, probably not bench small. Oh, never mind. Here it is. Perfect. And now we just need some lighting. We need some mood lighting behind the preacher. And then... oh, this is not too bad. I'd like to put them a bit somewhere else, like a bit to the side, but it's not too bad. And we are running out of time. Let's just quickly put here some candles, and this is time. And I think this time I did a much better job than with this. Oh fucking hell, just looking at it. Just looking at it. Oh boy. Oh boy. The difference is real. Let's just quickly clean this up here. Perfect. I really expected the graves to be larger, but I mean, come to think of it, it does make sense, because I mean, miniature isn't that much bigger. Like, imagine having like the blacksmith here, and his grave is like literally, if he'd lay down, like 4 times the surface area he covers. It's just a bit ridiculous. I could have maybe gotten away if I hadn't had it with like 1 block, but in that case I'd have to be able to put the gravestones in the middle of it and not to the side, which is not possible with the current prop system. This will be possible with the new and revised prop system, which I hope that we will be getting sooner rather than later, but as of now we just don't have it. So yeah, this, I mean, mass graves, I guess, but then, I mean, I don't really think so. Like, this is just better. Yeah, generally we need like half blocks for the grass. Currently there's only a 2x2 blocks, and I mean, you can make it work. I'm not saying that you can't glitch them into like another grass block so that it would work, but I mean, I think even now you see why I prefer to not do this, right? Apart from the obvious part of like not wanting to break the game on this stream. We have enough streams already where we break the game. Yeah. It just like, I mean, it maybe could have gotten it to work with the new prop system if we could have centered the gravestones. But even then it would be too large probably. If we had like a 1x2 till dirt block, wonderful. Like if we literally were just this outline here, perfect. Yeah, Mary. We are the masters of breaking TaleSpire. But yeah, at least in the current system this is much better. The problem I have with the dirt pile prop is that it's like, it's too separate. It doesn't really blend in well with other things around it. It just like is here. Where is the dirt pile actually? I think it was here somewhere. Let's just search for it. Dirt. No? Pile. Nope. Okay. They haven't gotten around to adding decent text to all things yet. Here we are. Okay. So I mean, fuck. I guess it would work, but it's like this 1 block. I mean, that's another thing. We could do... We could do this here. I mean, I guess that would actually work without actually breaking the game, now that I think about it. Because I didn't actually break the game this time around. I actually wanted to try this. Oh wow, it doesn't break. Interesting. I'm on floor 11 and it doesn't break. Oh, because I wasn't on floor 11. Right. Never mind then. I was surprised why it worked. Yeah, this is more what I expected. The thing plopping down to the into the ground. But I guess we could have done like this thing maybe. Not sure if it was would fit for this kind of grave, but maybe this one. Where's the dirt pile again? Why do I always lose the dirt pile? There, dirt pile. We could have probably done this. Which would work, I guess, but it's also again this thing with this like gap between the dirt piles. I'm really not a huge fan of the dirt pile because it's just so secluded from the rest. I mean, usually dirt piles are just, you know, spread out. Yeah, no, but like we don't have flowers we could put on top of them, so we would like some visual representation. So yeah, of course, old graves would definitely be just grass, but at least for some of them, we would like some sort of maybe a small mound, because like the dirt isn't as compact anymore, so it's just like a bit of like with the dirt pile, but without dirt, but with grass and actually meshing with each other instead of having this gap in between. It's just not nice to look at. Anyways, let's get on with it. Black market, right. So, next thing I really want to do is take this entire city or settlement or something like this, copy the entire thing, perfect, and go to floor 2, and do we have place here? We do. Perfect. Paste it in here. Get our second floor. Hey, you. Second floor. Keep. Hey. I think I broke TaleSpire. Second floor. I grab you. I copy you. And you don't copy. Oh, well. That is awkward. Oh, wait, what? How did I copy this already? Interesting. Selection tool needs rework. Anyways. I want to have this on the second floor. I guess I could remove this entire thing then. Whatever, I just leave it here. And we are going to make our... Ah, I see. Did I... Oh, I think I know what happened. Oops. Oops. I did an oopsie. I did a pretty big oopsie. I pasted this on the wrong layer. And I didn't even notice. So I just gotta remove all of these. This is what time constraints do to you. Okay, so I got this cleaned up, and I presume I will not be able to copy this again, right? Yeah, no. This will copy everything, right? Yep. This is why I couldn't copy it. I'll just quickly go over to the Quick Builds 1 and get the actual second floor correctly this time. Second floor. I grab you and Quick Builds 2 again. Oh, thank you. I definitely missed that one candlestick. Where are we? Ah, there it is. Perfect. Thanks. And now we go to the second floor. Yes, second floor. And put it there. So if we go down to the first floor, it actually vanishes. Thank you. And now if I copy this thing, and I'm not an idiot about it. Now if I copy this entire thing and go to this floor and delete this entire thing and copy this in again. Where are we? Don't want to be too far away. Perfect. So, and now we go to floor 2, copy the upper floor of the tavern and go to floor 3. Now we're talking. Perfect. Okay. So, fix this little oopsie. Going to be reworked anyways, because the floor system as it is right now, it won't stay. I presume things like this won't happen in a new version. I can't say for sure because I haven't seen the new version myself yet. But yeah, we will see. We will see. What I want to do now is basically go and I gotta plan this out a bit because this won't be as easy as it might look. First of all, I gotta clear this. Yeah, it will be even easier with the new floor system. This is already confirmed. You will be able to make like floors downward, so you won't even have to move it, you just add floor below. So this is a huge thing, and basically there won't be a clear, this is the ground floor on a map anymore. You can just build up and down however you feel like. So even if in a giant city you build and then you need a basement that goes one layer deeper than you anticipated, you will just be able to just add below. There's no lowest floor. I mean, there will probably be a lowest floor because at some point things start breaking. Like, there's no way around it. At some points variables overflow, at some point whatever. But no, like, practical limit probably. I mean, they did say they wanted to have, I think, 10-kilometer high maps. Like, I think the goal for the early access is 30 by 30 kilometers with 10 kilometers verticality. So, like, you'll have space. Really much space. It will break all the maps currently built, which is unfortunate, but I mean, that's the name of the game, it's an alpha. I'll quickly get my 2-minute countdown here. And let's see, do I want to get with a tavern theme, or do I want to have a dungeon or at least castle stony theme for the basement? I think I'm going for dungeon. I like the dungeon set actually quite a lot. Yeah, let's just start this right now. We need the corner floor. I don't want this one. I want floor and this floor. I want stairs, definitely. I think I can make use of pillars. Now the interesting stuff starts. I want walls with floor. I maybe want a ruined... No, this is too much ruined. I want this ruined wall. And I want walls with a torch. We may need a corner filler. And I just quickly grab this one as well. I think this should be fine. Then I'll go to tavern because I'll need some counters probably. Then I'll go to the props. I need a bench. I need... because it's going to be like a black market underground thingy. I know, definitely need some crates and barrels. They will probably not sell apples down here. Maybe some swag we will need merchant carts. Yeah, I think this is pretty much fine. Okay. So... the thing is, when I start the timer now, I will also have to clean up the newly built stairwell as well. Which will require some time. I will start this. I don't think that Videosphere, I really don't think that the water will have actual physics. I'm pretty sure it will just be like a water tile you place. Like, asking for actual water physics is quite a lot to ask for, especially because I don't think it really adds this much to the game. But, I mean, who knows? Who knows? I really hope we can build underwater, yeah. This is kind of something I not really expect, but want. Anyways, I will start the timer now, and let's see how far I get. This is probably going to be one of the harder ones as well. I need to go one up here, copy... Oh, fucking hell. Copy... this. Need to go down here. And... get this done. I gotta go to the tavern. And get the corner here. And now the hardest part is going to be to actually line up this here. I mean, I can try, just... It will be totally wrong. Oh, actually this is wrong anyways. They need to be on here. Let's quickly check this. Oh my goodness! It's perfect. Holy crap, I did not expect that. I actually, no, okay, I thought I forgot the corners of the wall. I want some light in here, I want some light in here, I want some normal walls in here. Come here. Okay, we do want a bit of a broken wall here. And a bit of a broken wall here. And then let's get a floor going here. Oops, not exactly there. And let's start with the actual black markety stuff. And because we all know there's the giant like fucking hell, I can't remember the words. A giant conspiracy against cheese. Like the local government is trying to forbid it, but the people will not stand up to this. And they're just going to sell the cheese anyways. So we will have like the cheese counter, and it's like in a prohibition where you had those in America where you had those forbidden bars where you could drink, but this is just the same but with cheese. It's like so much cheese here. And they serve even more cheese. Isn't this fine? Perfect. Now we gotta get some carts in here. Actually, let me close this one. Maybe let's also get a campfire, maybe like for cooking or something. Like if you want a cheese fondue. Yes, that's like the epitome of illegal things to do. American speakeasy for cheese. Yeah, exactly. You know, like you gotta pay a pretty penny if you want to get a cheese fondue. It's like the worst thing you can get, or so the government says. It's cramped and oh, it's perfect. It's perfect. So you just go up to the counter and say, "Hey, you got some cheesy places here?" And they just follow me. And you go down there, and you know you have arrived. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so we got our underground cheese black market for the cheesiest of cheeses. Now let's check the list. Secret yellow stuff. I mean, just imagine instead of like pouring concrete shoes and throwing you in the river, they just fill you with cheese until you can't swim anymore. It's like, we're going to throw you in the water closer than 30 minutes after you ate. And she's like, no, my mom always said I don't like I mustn't do this. I can't go swimming while eating. The cheese gangsters. Goodness gracious. In theory, I still have like written down a cultist's lair, but I'm not sure how I would actually do this one. I don't want to cramp. Yeah, exactly. I'm not really sure how to do a cultist's lair, and I think like there has been like some people already built. I think it was Ocean Lord or was it? I don't actually remember who it was, but someone already made like a underground altar, and I think on the large city building stream they made like a hidden church altar pray thingy. I think also to the bad cheese gods or something like this. Like they pray to the cottage cheese, and we all know cottage cheese is horrible. So it was like this underground church. But I don't really like I don't really have ideas how to make it, and I don't really feel like doing this one. The Church of the Lactose Intolerant. This, yeah, perfect. I forgot the name. Yeah, I don't really think I'll do this one. Gotta pass on the cultist lair. Do you still have some ideas on what to build? Because otherwise, I'd be pretty much out of ideas for now. Yeah, I just pretty much went through all of what I intended to do. Let's just quickly go to a high floor to actually appreciate all this. We got our small city. Cheese-related subplot. You better have. I could actually remove this city because like this is just an entire copy, but with the basement. But whatever, it doesn't really matter now. We got the wizard tower over here. We got our woodcutter. Actually, before I sign off, I'd like to expand this a little bit still, because I kind of dislike how the woodcutter is basically like on the edge of the forest. I feel like his house deserves to be at least surrounded by... Could do a library, but honestly, library, like it's basically just a wooden house with many bookshelves. Like there's no real difference. Yeah, you do, and I'm not really sure if I'm going to pick them up because I really don't have any tickets, and I don't really want to pay like €8.50 to drive to the airport and then back. Not really sure, and since you're already going there, like fromage, nice. I mean, what I didn't really show off this time round is actually the nice like NPCs they already have. They actually have super nicely built ones. Let's move this into the sun. So this is our lich. Oh, lich. I think it's pronounced lich actually. And of course, our super fancy clothed skeleton Lord Charles. Gotta love the vampire lords. Oh yes. Yes, please. What I will probably do is just throw some zombies on the graveyard. Because we all know graveyard is not complete without some zombies. Skeleton Lord Charles. Yeah, he's just the best. And watch this. The one rich dude is actually a mummy instead of a normal zombie. But yeah, I think I've been going for about 2 hours-ish anyways. Okay, 1 hour 45, which is probably pretty much about in line what I kind of wanted to. So I suppose I could just stop here. I mean, what we actually could do is add some. Yeah, actually, let's do this. Let's go over here and copy this beauty. And now we will do something fun. We will go to the TaleSpire prefab site that Ocean Lord made for us. Let me quickly check. Hold on a minute. I gotta quickly set up another scene. Now let's see if I am capable of doing scene transitions, because I really don't have any like substantial experience in live streaming and then using OBS and everything. So I don't want to stream this. I think you don't see this, so I will add a window capture. And I want... Is this... Why is this not seen? Okay, I think before I mess around with this too much, let's just go for display capture. No, actually no. Nah, this is stupid. Why does OBS have to be so stupid, actually? Okay. If I now transition towards this, you should probably see this now. Ooh! Let's see. Actually, I should probably transition back while I log in. Okay, you don't see this anymore, because I have to log in first and I don't want you watching me logging in. Doesn't have to be. You know, it's just like, not really needed. What I want to do is just basically show you the process of setting up the prefab on a prefab page. Perfect. So now I'm logged in. Now I transition back to this. Okay. So now I'm basically just for context, this site has been made with from like Ocean Lord, and I think Mercer helped a bit, both from the TaleSpire Discord, both not devs. Like, this is a community project, and in this project you basically get the ability to upload your prefabs for other people to use. So we just I copied the prefab blueprint. This is just a string, which would be this here, and if you just copy this entire thing, you can just go to your game and paste it in again. You get all those tiles, like this graveyard with the church. So we just named the thing prefab name, I don't know, church with graveyard. I'm so unbelievably fucking hell, English escapes me right now. Sorry. I just really don't remember things just right now. Okay, so I gotta get the snipping tool out, remove all this stuff, and copy this. And you're moving on the other side because I don't want you watching on my desktop, even though you probably could see it for a while. Whatever. I mean, it's not like there's any important stuff. Graveyard TS saved. You'll probably we want to this. Upload the screenshot and we move it over there again. Gotta hide the smut folders. I mean, actually, the only thing I gotta hide is my giant cheeses here. Oh no, I didn't want to upload the cheeses. Whoops. I mean, where is it? Desktop, cheeses. I mean... Amazing. Alright. Yeah, if I'd thought of it, I'd probably just set up the entire stuff beforehand, so that you don't actually see everything. But I didn't, and OBS just didn't want to like capture just the window. It was just widescreen, and I really didn't want to just mess around with all this. Anyway, so we just have a church with graveyards and have the image in there, and then we can just go to edit prefab. And we can add a prefab description, and I will just go over to my... Oh, where is it? Terminal, there. My other ones, because I know I used them here. I'll just quickly copy this over, because I'm a lazy sod. Hey. Would you... Oh, interesting. So, then we could also have a readme here, which would basically, hold on a minute, I can show you, which would basically be, I think I got it in Broken Tomb, here the box text, which is basically something that if you as a DM copy this in, this is like a text you could read out to your party for like describing the scene. I'm not sure if I do this right now, but I will probably add some kind of box text at some point. And then the last thing, of course, the user text, so we can go in and go for graveyards, chapel, hold on a minute. Is this how chapel is spelled? Chapel, Christian place, okay, perfect. Chapel, church, what else could we tag it as? Tombs. Actually, I'm not sure if there's like partial tag searching. It's going to be interesting. Hold on a minute. I'll... I think in the latest is the search bar. Yeah. User tags. If I go for tomb, broken... No, damn it. This doesn't really work probably. If I just search for grave, no results are found. So there isn't partial tag searching. So I do have to add grave if I want to have this here. I probably, like, at some point we probably want partial searching, but it's just, like, this page is in work in progress as well as the entire game, so like, it's not too bad. Just thinking about some other text we could use. Nah, don't know really. But yeah, this is pretty much the basic like idea behind this the page, and then you can just go to the latest and you see various different blueprints made by other people, and you can just about isn't really it. You can go to the authors, and you can also like blueprints, basically prefabs. If you go here and Keyboard Floor Charles, I could like it, and of course dislike it again. Actually, yeah, Keyboard Floor Charles gets a like from me. Anyways, this was pretty much the prefab procedure if you build something, and of course if you also want to search something, you just go here and you can search for different tags. For composition, you can search for user tags, you can search for authors, and you can just like get your stuff from here. It's very likely that things will drastically change while the site is being developed and the game is being developed, and more filters probably and other more features. But I think even if in this state right now, it's super nice to actually have already. So like huge thumbs up to Oceanlord for doing this, because like this is a community project to a game that isn't even released yet, which is super fun. Yeah, just a cool thing. So with that, I'd say I'm going to stop for now, and maybe I'll do another stream in a week. No, not really in a week-ish, more in 2 weeks-ish, but I'm actually not really too certain about this, because there's a limit how many really unique things I can build within 5 minutes, and I mean, I don't really know. If I get enough ideas and people are interested, I'll probably do another one, but not too soon, because A, I really don't have that much time in the next month, and B, like, I build most of the generic quick things you will encounter most of the time in like your typical RPG session, at least all that I could think of. So I don't really know if I'll do another one, or it just entirely depends on how many ideas I'll get. Whatever. Though I will probably stream TaleSpire on some different occasions, anyways, just not necessarily quick build streams. But with that, thank you for stopping by, and it was really a blast. Even this one was a blast. This horrendous atrocity of like a graveyard with a chapel. But yeah, other than that, like, super nice to have all this. Was nice, and I'll see you whenever. Bye.